of course, take a win into next weekend, but that's right, it gives you another chance to qualify for that grand final early. So, yeah, plenty on the line here at St John Oval this afternoon. Yeah,
a bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card next week, isn't it? You know, you can have that off day and rest assured you're still alive in the competition. Well, let's run through the two teams as the referees look to be making their way out now. We'll start with the home side, Central Newcastle. We'll go from 1 to 17. There's a few jersey changes, a few positional changes. So in the 1, we've got Tom Morton. On the wing, it looks like we've got the 20, Marcel Ikanofo and Cameron Anderson. In the centres, we've got Steve Gordon and Simon Williams. In the 6 today, we've got Callan Richardson. In the 7, we've got Bradley Murray. In the front row, we've got Sean Medcalf and Dane Cordner. In the 9, Terence Siusiu. In the back row, we've got Ethan Cook in 11 and Shane Gray in 12. And locking down the scrum is Mitch Williams. On the interchange bench, we've got the 14, Dom Murphy, 15, Matt Colliner, 16, Tom Madden, and 17, Jake Davis. And Josh, can you run through the South Newcastle team, please?
Yeah, for the Lions today at the back, very impressive all season, Lachlan Walmsley. On the wing, Harry Van Dartel and Jared Flanagan, who comes in this week for the injured Daniel Martin. Jared Flanagan was actually the top try scorer a few seasons ago when South last won the comp. In the centres, Henry Penn and Tom Cronin, Ryan Glanville and Jason Keelan in the halves, and Glanville is the skipper. Cameron King in the 23, one of the front rowers alongside Luke Higgins. Joey Morris, the 9. In the back row, Jake Lawrence and Offa Manufita, and Tory Freeman, the 13. On the bench, Connor Brown, Jaden Hetherington, Scott Matthews, and Faitoa in the 17.
There's Central Newcastle making their way out onto the field. Big thank you to Bar TV for streaming this one live. Make sure you jump onto the Facebook feed, leave your comments in the comments section. Let us know where you're cheering from. The beauty of technology these days, Josh, you can be halfway around the world and still watch your loved ones playing in a qualifying final in Newcastle.
Yeah, incredible. That's right. From around the world, even around the corner, you can just check in and watch it all unfold live. It's incredible where we're at right now to be able to do that at a local level. From the warmth of in front of the heater maybe, or in front of the fireplace, but we're out here braving the elements at St John Oval. So the two meetings between the sides this season, Central have been beaten by South on both occasions this year, but obviously a clean slate coming into the semi-finals.
Yeah, new competition now. Although, as we said, the loser of today, they won't be able to go to Mad Monday tomorrow. They've got another game next week. And
the last meeting was only actually, I think it was about a fortnight ago on Sleepy's Day, which is the big annual fundraiser for South Newcastle at Townsend Oval. It was packed to the hilt, and South's got the biscuits quite comfortably.
We're not too far away from kickoff here. Central Newcastle. The field is in picturesque condition. Looks like carpet out there. It was the same up there yesterday at Maitland as well. The ground condition has been absolutely outstanding.
Only a week after Usain Bolt was there. Fastest man in the world at Maitland Sports Ground.
I had the pleasure of doing a bit of calling for Coast FM on Friday night for the trial, they were calling it. So
that means Bradman and Bolt have both played at that ground.
It's not a bad rap, is it? Just about to get underway here at St John Oval. South will get us underway. Central will have first use of the ball. They had issues with the wind yesterday up in Maitland as well. There's the kick-off. Central will bring it out off their own line. Good strong run too to start the set. Up over the 20. They go down the short side. Making good metres. That's Shane Gray. Already up to the 40 here, Central. So you see him in a dummy half. That's Mitch Williams now. Up to halfway. Good quick play the ball from Williams. See you again. Acting half, that's Cordner. Great first set of 6 here for Central. They'll have a chance to put in an attacking kick if they want to. So they go down the short, CUCU over the top. Looking for some space. He probably wanted that one to stay in, CUCU. But a great set first up, Josh.
Yeah, not a bad result at all. I mean, if it had bounced up the other way, potentially a try in the corner if the winger could have got to it, but realistically they've gone coast to coast and they've pinned South down in the corner after the first set of 6. Very impressive from the Central boys. And one of the main orchestrators there you would have seen was the 9, Terence CUCU, former NRL hooker who's been playing in the halves for Central, but with Cody Bryant ruled out today, and also Bryce Kennedy breaking his leg last weekend, means that he shifts into the hooking role.
Well, let's see what South can respond with here. So they'll have to work it off their own line after a great set from Central. Good contact in defence as well from the Butcher boys. Up over the 30, and there's the first penalty of the game. So a little bit of a piggyback here for South. They won't turn that down as he looks to find touch, and I'm not sure he's going to find it. And he doesn't. Anderson, well positioned there, the winger. He was alive to it. That's a bad error from South.
An early indication of that breeze too, so the kickers will have to make sure of them as the day goes on.
Central now with a great opportunity. It's a good leg drive there. Plenty of numbers in the tackle from South as they peel off, slow play the ball. They come back the open side. A nice short ball. That's Shane Gray. He's had a couple of touches early. They come down the right-hand side, a nice offload to the winger. He'll go close, Ikanofo. He's over. Ikanofo scores. And the Butcher boys are on the board. 4-0 with a kick to come.
Yeah, their second chance down this end of the field, gifted there by the fact that South didn't find touch with the penalty. They got 30 metres out. And the Central Newcastle boys have capitalised. A 4-pointer in the corner. Great work there from Cal Richardson. He's in the 6th jersey today, not at fullback. Picked up that loose ball, quick hands, draw and pass, then from the centre, and Ikanofo over in the corner.
Yeah, second phase play certainly caught South off guard. Created just enough space for the winger, and he still had a bit of work to do. He did it well.
Tough man to stop, Marcel Ikanofo, especially from that kind of short range. He's got massive shoulders. He's a loaded winger, don't worry about that. And yeah, that he would have taken stopping from anyone from that kind of close range.
Looks like Gordon will line this one up. Tough conditions for the kickers today.
Yeah, if that failed kick into touch was any indication, Steve Gordon should be kicking with the breeze here.
Strikes it well, just drifts across the face though, so the scoreline stays 4 points to 0. Central Newcastle over South. Great start for Central. And that try coming after South failing to find touch, so I'll be disappointed with that one as they get the game restarted now. Awkward kick off. Gives South a chance to get down there. They'll be looking for a better set defensively here, South. That's Cordner now with the ball. They made a lot of metres first set.
Yeah, Dane Cordner back in the front row. Sort of floated between even the second row and on the bench throughout the season, but Jermaine Ale only had surgery a day or two ago on a ruptured bicep. Ugh. So Dane Cordner has a starting role.
CUC kicks early. It's a good kick and Anderson's on it. Putting players, looks to be a knock on there from South as Anderson picks the ball up. It'll be play on. Beats one. Good play from the young winger. A great opportunity for Central to go back to back. That's Williams. They've had all the ball so far, Central. Full set of 6 on their line as they come the open side. CUC very shifty out of dummy half. They'll go close here. That's the 16. Tom Madden. So they come out the back to the 1. That's Morton. They'll be stopped 2 metres short of the line. So they come back the open side. That's Murray. He'll just turn Cordner back under. Couple of tackles left up their sleeve here for Central. So they come down the short side. CUC with a kick in behind. And that's gone too far. So let off for South. So 7 tackle set.
Good pressure there again, Ply from Central, and put that down to Terrence CUCU. Went for the 40-20. He was only a metre off getting that. Great work from the South winger to prevent Central getting the feed, but what a chase from Cameron Anderson to regain possession to give his chance his side a chance at a try there, falling just short, and South back in possession.
Yeah, nice offload there from the big man, and they'll make their way up towards halfway here. Van Dartle will be asked to play it. They come down the short side through the 11, that's Lawrence. He'll be met in a good tackle. First time South have been into Central Territory. Higgins takes that one. 35 out from the line. A couple of tackles left up their sleeve as they come back centre field. That's the 23, Cameron King. He's carrying 3. Good run from the big man.
He's been excellent all year, Cameron King.
So they come the short side. That's Glanville with a kick. Good positioning from the fullback, and he'll stay in the field of play. They'll have to work it off their own line though now as Ikanofo gets in and does a bit of dirty work. It's a good run too from the winger. He's beat 1, beat 2, carrying 3 and 4 with him.
Bustling through, aren't his legs busy?
He looks like a very difficult man to tackle. And he's earned his team a penalty as well.
Yeah, nice first touch there from Tom Morton as at fullback there for Central too. Just got him behind the little grubber kick, safely diffused the situation, and good chance for him with the number 1 jersey on today.
I know there hasn't been long gone, Josh, but South just haven't been able to build any pressure as of yet.
No, not quite, and it's probably where this sort of game will get decided too. You've got 2 teams, and I think both would agree, there's another penalty there for Central. You've got that young, youthful exuberance that South have in their squad against a sort of an older, more experienced Central team, and you've sort of seen that experience really come to the fore in these opening exchanges with Central.
They have a penalty right in the middle of the field. See if they try and kick this side. They do. That one finds touch. Decent kick too, picking up 30 metres.
Yeah, Central definitely running with the breeze.
Well, I want to use it in this first half. Looks to have picked up a little bit the breeze as well. See him in an acting half. That's the 13, Williams. Straight at the post. Tackled 5 metres out. Still plenty of tackles left here for Central. CUCU turns Richardson underneath. Richardson goes close. Does he get it down? No. Held up. Good goal line defence there from Souths.
Excellent from South. It was only a couple of weeks ago at Townsend they were playing Cessnock. They held up the Goannas 4 times in the 1 half on their goal line.
They come to the 16, Madden. He'll be tackled 10 out from the line. They go to the short side. CUCU turns Ikanofo back under. He's a tough man to beat. He gets over the line. Held up again. That was King underneath that time. Well, he's the man you want tackling Ikanofo at the moment, Cameron King.
Desperate defence from South.
Central pouring on the pressure as they come the open side. There's a kick in behind. And Anderson's on it. Oh, does he get it? No, he doesn't. Well, Anderson went within a whisker of scoring their second. They've earned their side a goal line dropout, so they'll have another chance here, the Butcher boys.
He looked all but certain, Cameron Anderson, to get that 4-pointer. He flew in from the wing to get that Brad Murray kick.
He knew it was on, didn't he?
I'm not sure who that was from South, but that was super work to get the hand on it and prevent the try.
As they try to go short, it's held up in the breeze and King regathers.
Jason Keelan, what a play, hoisting it into the air and going 10.11 metres. Cameron King gets under it, super work.
It almost looked like it went 10 and then went back with the breeze. And that's a big release of pressure for South. They needed that. They're under the pump. As they work it away from their own line now. That's Higgins. Tackled 5 shy of halfway as they go down the short side. That's Freeman. And a penalty. Plenty of penalties early on here. Bit of a high shot there.
Yeah, both teams just a little over-eager probably to start. Some semi-final nerves, and the referees just putting their early stamp on the game.
Just over 10 minutes gone here at St John Oval. We've got Central Newcastle 4 leading South Newcastle 0. South on the attack now. They come to the open side, deep back line, using the numbers. They come to the 4, Cronin. Plenty of numbers in defence there for Central. He's tackled 15 out from the line. Full set of 6 at their disposal. That's the fullback, Walmsley, coming back centre field. 10 out from the line. They come back towards the post. That's Glanville, the captain. He's a metre out. Come to Keelan. There's the ball. Did they go over? Did he get it down? I don't think so. Both sides showing their goal line defence.
Tom Cronin going within inches of there, and it was Cronin at the other end who saved the try. Massive plays from both teams.
This will be the last. So we'll have one more tackle. They come to Keelan. Referee not happy with that play of the ball. I'll get to go again. They did that about 10 times yesterday. Keelan now, good kick pressure. He beats one though. He comes again, the 16. Tom Madden.
Wow, Terence CU could see the try line at the other end, but called back.
He might thank the ref for that one. It would have been a 90-metre sprint for him.
Yeah, saving a bit of the energy. Yeah, absolutely.
Central survive South's first raid.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it was only half a second in that whistle, wasn't it?
They'll work it out of their own end now through Cordner. Down the short side. Pokes his nose through.
Ethan Cook, the captain.
Looking for a quick play of the ball. They come down the short side again through Gordon. They're alive to it though, Souths. He's tackled 40 out from his own line. That's Williams now up to halfway. Couple of tackles left in this set. That's Madden. He's been busy early, Madden. This will be the last, 40 out. They come to Murray. He kicks him behind Murray. They'll just make South work it off their own line. That looks to be the 12. Manafatoa.
He's only back this week from Knights under-20s duties. He's been in and out of the south side all season, but Coach Ben Cross very happy to have Offa back in the lineup.
Yeah, you can't complain when you're getting quality like that back. A good shot in defence there from CUCU. South now through Higgins. Good numbers in the tackle from Central, just slowing the play the ball down as they come to the right with Keelan, who kicks him behind. That's a great kick from the halfback. And the fullback does well there to stay out of the in goals.
It's definitely one of the features of Jason Keelan's game. South Rugby League junior, but has spent more recent seasons with the Hamilton Hawks Rugby Union Club, winning multiple premierships, and I think this is his second year back now with Rugby League at South, and yeah, that kicking game into the corners is certainly one of the features of his game.
Well, it's a good way to build pressure. They're forcing Central to work it off their own line. They've stiffened up in defence, South. That'll be the last. They're keeping a lot of the kicks low today, trying to keep it out of that breeze. So they look to shift the play now. That's Flanagan. Flanagan puts on the afterburners. Can't get around Ikonofo though, as they take him towards the sideline.
Yeah, a bit of speed there at the back there with Flanagan and Walmsley combining on the kick return.
That's Penn now. The outside back's getting in and doing a bit of work here for Souths. It's Van Dartel. He beats one Van Dartel. He goes again, picks up an extra 10, 15 metres, Van Dartel. Good run from the winger. So field position just starting to shift a bit here as King takes it forward. He'll play the ball just shy of the 20. Walmsley in a dummy half. He skips to the left. Comes to Glanville. He'll be tackled 20 out centre field. So options both sides here for South as they go to the left through Walmsley. Walmsley with a great cutout pass. And it's being called forward. Well, we don't have that good of a view, Josh, but that looked pretty good from here.
Yeah, that absolutely looks spot on from Lachlan Walmsley. Great little play just to the left, close to the ruck, and then spins it. A double cutout pass to Flanagan on the fly. But it's adjudged forward. We don't know how much, but just enough in the referee's opinion.
I'll give the touchy his dues. He was right in line with it. Johnny on the spot will have to go with his call. Central now through Anderson. Been lively early, the winger. Nice little run out of dummy half there from Williams. Tackle just shy of the 40. They come back the open side. Williams now. Good numbers in the tackle from Souths. One off the ruck again. No support going with him though. Just happy to take it one out at the moment. As they come left through Murray. They go through the hands. That's Gordon now. Gordon will put the kick back in field. That's well positioned there by the fullback Walmsley. He's got a bit of broken field to work with here, Walmsley. A good kick return. So both sides getting into the arm wrestle, Josh.
Yeah, certainly are. Both have shown some promising signs in attack as well inside that opposition 20 metres. Although there haven't been all that many point conversions just yet, there's been some promising signs from both sides.
So go down the short side. That's Manafatoa. Hope I'm saying his name correctly. I am trying.
Offer if not.
Offer. Higgins will play the ball on the last. They come the open side through Glanville. He puts a little chip over the top into space. Awkward bounce. Walmsley. Walmsley's over. Great chase from the fullback. Awkward bounce to Central and Walmsley goes over under the post. 4-4 with a kick to come.
Pinpoint from South just there. Like you said, Glanville over the top gets the 180-degree favourable bounce, and who's going to be there? Jolly on the spot, Lachlan Walmsley, and the streak continues. I reckon that's 48 tries in a row. He just gets on the list every single weekend. He's a talent, and that's why he just trails so well. He sniffs around and knows how to get across the line.
Talk about Johnny on the spot. He was well aware that was coming. And an absolutely horrible bounce from that rugby league football. Does it every week. That unpredictable bounce is set straight up for the fullback.
But well played from Glanville. You know, you put that in, and he would have practiced that 1,000 times, I'm sure, in the backyard at home and on the training paddock, and it's worked an absolute treat on qualifying semi-final day.
I'm reluctant to say this is a gimme, but he should put this one over.
He could throw it over.
I've had the commentator's curse happen a couple of times. Not this time. Conversion successful. Just over 20 minutes to go in this first half. That makes the scoreline Central Newcastle 4, South Newcastle 6. Ikanofo scored the try for Central, and we've had Walmsley go in under the black dot for South in a hard-fought first half. Central will get us back underway. Van Dartel takes it. Decides to have a run himself, the winger.
That very recognisable black headgear. He's a barber by trade, Harry.
Yeah. Little run out of dummy half there from Morris. I've got him down as Owie Morris in the book. I'm sure it's Joey. I'm almost certain it's Joey.
You're spot on, Joey. Yeah, Maitland High School product, a Morpeth Bulls junior.
Bit of a typo there from the programmer. As they come down the side, they go through their hands. Comes to Van Dartle. I'll tell you what, if the pass on the other side of the field was forward, then that was Tom Brady, but it'll be play on. They come back centre field through Glanville. Kicks in behind. Walmsley's there again. Walmsley scores. Walmsley's come from the clouds. The referee's happy with it. And Souths go back to back.
Outstanding awareness again there by Ryan Glanville and Lachlan Walmsley. The kick into space, the chase from Walmsley. Try time again. 2 in the space of about 2 minutes for South, and they've now hit the lead.
Well, you were talking up Keelan's kicking game before, Josh. Glanville's just one-upped him with those two.
He certainly has from that short range inside 20 metres. And just excellent awareness. Just looked over to the left. Fullback and winger. Gap there. Try time for Lachlan Walmsley. Hasn't he got some pace, fullback?
He just wanted it more, didn't he? It split the fullback and winger, and you thought for all money that one of them would get there first, and he came from the clouds, the fullback, and plants it on the goal line.
Yeah, big dive, big stretch there, some desperation, and South hit the lead, and that's a double to Walmsley inside the first half.
And you speak about desperation, Josh, that's what wins you these big knockout games, although this one isn't a knockout. We spoke about the double chance next week for the winner. He strikes it, and strikes it well. And all of a sudden, being down 4 points to 0, South Newcastle will go 12 points to 4 up.
Yeah, that momentum certainly swung in the last 5 to 10 minutes. Central had all the run of the play in those opening exchanges. Got one try, but
they went close a couple of other times as well. Just couldn't turn pressure into points.
An outstanding encounter so far in this 2v3 battle.
Now it's Central's turn to respond. As we've got 3 little kids on the field. Future representatives of the club, maybe.
Yeah, happy Father's Day too to all the fathers out there.
Yeah, well said, Josh. Awkward one to deal with. South managed to somehow keep that in play.
That's unbelievable. That was out for all money. Little tap back in, saves the day.
It was juggled 4 or 5 times by 2 different people. South get away with all of that's above the horizontal. As they take a quick tap. It's a good run.
Tory Freeman there, New South Wales Country Under-23 Player of the Year in 2017. Came up from Queanbeyan to play at South. He's been excellent for the Lions all year.
Momentum has definitely swung as Higgins with a strong charge. Good run from the front rower. They come the open side through Glanville. Out the back to Keelan. That's Lawrence now. He'll be tackled. So they've gone 80 metres and a tackle up their sleeve. Keelan now turns King back underneath. King beats 1, beats 2, still going King. A little bit of extra work there from Central. Managed to slow the ball down as it comes to Glanville now. Has he got another little kick in his bag? He does. Glanville for himself. Wow. 3 kicks, 3 tries, and the skipper, Ryan Glanville, goes over next to the uprights.
Not once, not twice, but thrice from Ryan Glanville in the space of 5 minutes. Outstanding work from the 5'8". I don't know what his father and former Knights forward, Mark, was doing in the backyard all those years ago.
I don't think he was teaching him how to kick.
Well, he certainly learned how to, that's for sure. That's outstanding from Ryan Glanville.
I tell you what, Central was sweating on the kick for Walmsley there, and he just put it in behind the fullback who couldn't regather his footing. And Glanville, he's putting on a masterclass at the moment. The scoreline 16 points to 4, and 3 tries in the space of 5 minutes has blown this game wide open.
And it's the variety of the kicks too. You know, the first one was the chip and chase to Lachlan Walmsley. The second one was the, you know, turning it back on the inside into open space again for the trailing Lachlan Walmsley, and this one for himself, a little dink, only 1 or 2 metres, but it did the damage right in front of the try line.
And 3 relatively easy conversions here for Keelan. He strikes that one. And his conversion successful. We've got just under 15 minutes to go in this first half, and the scoreline reads Central Newcastle 4, South Newcastle 18.
18 points in 6 minutes.
Very impressive from South. As the home crowd get a bit restless, looking for a bit more from their boys. Central now off the kick-off. Got a real spring in their step at the moment, South.
Cameron King, what about that kick return?
We spoke about Ikanofo before and not wanting to tackle him. I think King would be another challenge as well. And they're on top here, South. That's Lawrence now spinning out of one, coming back centre field. Oh, one-on-one strip. That's 6 again. Unlucky there from CUCU. Gives South another opportunity as Walmsley now chiming in from the back.
Geez, at first contact, I thought that might have just been a loose carry, but South get the ball back. Another set of 6.
So Totoa now plays the ball, centre field. It's Freeman. Straight at the post. They're on a roll here, South. Ball out the back to Keelan. Keelan, great hands from Cronin. He'll be stopped short. Great pickup from the centre. So they come back to Keelan now. Keelan with a face ball. Well read there by Central. Really need to stem the tide here, Central. They come to Walmsley. He looked to be tackled. They spill it out the back. And they're going to call tackled. So they hold on, the Butcher boys.
Big contact there from Steve Gordon on Lachlan Walmsley too.
Well, it had to be. They saw the threat. He got up quick, Gordon. They look to have the numbers as well, South, so he might have just saved his team some points there. And for the first time in what feels like an eternity, Central have their hands on the ball. Come back centre field. That's Gray getting involved. Up to the 30. That's Williams now. Good contact in defence from King. He's a big boy, King. He fakes the kick. They go through the hands. Beat 1, beat 2. That's Williams now. He's up into South's territory. Murray now with the kick. Puts it up high. Letting the breeze do the work. Oh, that was close there from Anderson. He's gone close a couple of times to getting on the end of those kicks. No advantage there for South, so they'll bring it out to the 10. Just snuck inside his opposite number there, Anderson, and looked like he had a clean catch at it.
He gets himself into some great positions, Cameron Anderson. Why wouldn't you, with Brad Murray on the end of the kicks? And hats off to Central Newcastle too, who this week welcomed the Mal Wolford Trophy to St John Oval for the first time in the club's history for the club championship, and they're the only club with all 5 teams making it through to the semi-finals. So a massive season already so far for the Butcher boys. They've certainly got their hands full here in this first grade encounter, but yeah, congratulations to Central for that historic club championship.
Yeah, that's a great achievement, isn't it? All 5 teams represented. I'd love to see all 5 teams there on grand final day as well.
There'd be no one left in Charlestown.
The South just put it into touch. Just over 10 minutes to go in this first half. Scoreline reads 18 points to 4 in favour of Souths over Central. Big thank you to Bar TV for streaming this game live, and big thanks to Josh for coming down and helping me out. Would have been pretty boring listening to Dan McCamley for 80 minutes. So thanks for chiming in.
Happy to help out. We've got all the coverage in the Newcastle Herald as well online and on Monday in the wash-up, but right now we're live and exclusive, Bar TV Sports.
Yeah, let us know where you're watching from on Facebook as well, guys. Leave your comments in the comments section. Central look to pull a Swifty from the scrum, and CUC takes it from the back. He's crafty, CUC, showing that NRL experience.
He's certainly seen the most likely for Central in the opening half an hour.
Go through the hands. That's Cook there. He's tackled just on halfway. That's the 15, Colliner. They've made a few changes here, Central. Fresh legs, there's one of them. It's Dom Murphy. Standing in the tackle, Murphy. Tough to put down. Quick play the ball as they come to Murray now. Murray short to Cook. Turned it over, Central, or have they? It's a turnover. So South's come away with it.
They just weren't able to string it together on that left edge. They love working it down that side with Ethan Cook, the captain, running on that edge, but wasn't quite able to hang on to it there.
Van Dartel in off his wing. Doesn't look like the biggest wing of Van Dartel, but he certainly gets in and has a go and runs strong too. There's Offer.
Manafatia. I like where you were at with that.
All right, I'll give it another go. Just happy to turn that one under. It slipped up a little bit. There's the penalty.
He'd be tempted to even potentially take the 2 here.
14 up. Not long till half time. They're going to kick it into touch. They'll have a full set at their disposal. 25 out. As they come through Manafatoa. They'll play the ball, 10 out from the line. They come the open side. That's Glanville, short ball to the 17. Faya Tatoa. 5 out from the line. They go short. Central read it. Good defence there on their goal line. Comes out to Glanville. Glanville steps off his right, comes back in field. There's the offload. That's the 4. That's Cronin. Cronin will go close. He'll do better than that. He'll score. Tom Cronin goes over under the uprights. And the scoreline reads 22 points to 4. Souths over Central.
And most disturbingly for Central, that's 22 points on the bounce. 4 tries in a row. Souths have all the running. Took the right option there, going into touch and having a crack, and it's paid off, paid massive dividends, and that's a bit of a heartbreaker there for Central right on half time.
It looked like they'd stem the flow, the Butcher boys, but for the last 15 minutes it's been all Souths.
A good little reward there for Tom Cronin. He's been impressive in both attack and defence for Souths. Held up earlier in the half, and this time with the ball being kept alive in the middle of the field, linked up with his halves and hit the gap and took a couple of defenders over the stripe with him.
I was just about to say, Josh, he's gone close a couple of times, Cronin, so just rewards.
Saved one at the other end too earlier.
You couldn't have asked for 4 easier kicks for the halfback, Keelan. Conversion successful. So just over 5 minutes to go in this first half here at St John Oval. We've got Central Newcastle 4 trailing South Newcastle 24.
Central really can't afford to leak any more points, and realistically, whether it's in the next 5 minutes or after half time, have to be the next to score.
Well, they just want to get to the sheds, don't they? They need to regroup. They started off like a house on fire. South slowly but surely worked their way into the game, and they've taken control of it. Then Dartle now, up over the 30. That's the 17, Faye Tatoa. Go down the left now.
Connor Brown on as well for Joey Morris in the hooking role for South.
Faye Tatoa, short ball to Matthews. Good yards again from that set for South. Last tackle. They come to Glanville. He puts this one up in the air. It goes backwards. We've got a penalty. It's like a bit of obstruction on one of the chasers there. And this is massive for Central. If they harbour any hopes of a comeback, they need to hold them out here.
Yeah, massive set in defence here for the Butcher boys.
Glanville now short. Comes to Freeman. It's tackled just shy of the 10 as they go to Glanville again. Short ball, and they've survived, it looks like, Central.
A bit of a let off there for the home side.
They're on the ropes at the moment.
Yeah, breathing a sigh of relief after that mistake. Yeah, 3 minutes to go. You'll be wanting to track this up as far as you can for 5 and get it down the other end with a good kick from Brad Murray.
They win the scrum feed. I've gone back to saying they win the scrum feed. We saw one go against the feed the other night in the NRL, so it does happen. Lightning does strike.
Every so often.
Central now just looking to work it out of their own end. That's Gordon getting involved. Slow play the ball. Good contact in defence there from South. CSU kicks early. And
going for the 40-20.
It's a good kick too. It's taken the wrong bounce, and it looks like it'll run dead. So with 2 minutes to go, South will get a full 7 tackles here. By the end of their set, they should be in a position to put an attacking kick in.
Terrence just needed the Nathan Lyon there rather than the Shane Warren. Just break the wrong way.
Yep.
Right
he
idea.
Needed the wrong one.
Yeah, that's right. No, right idea from the number 9.
Well, Nathan Lyon doesn't spin the ball, so he needed it to go the wrong one. That's Penn taking the tap, so that's tackle 0. South now come down the short side. Good defence there from the Butcher boys. And just as I say that, they give away a penalty, so piggyback here. Get a wriggle on. A little bit of back chat. So they put it into the touch. So just over a minute to go. They can't concede points here, Central.
Massive contact there.
It was Cook, the captain, trying to force the error. Faye Tatoa now. Takes it up towards the 10. 40 seconds to go. So come the open side. That's Glanville. Glanville with a short ball. And the Butcher boys hold on. Can they mount a counter-attack? They might just be happy to get into the sheds here, Central. Come the open side. Murphy with the run. See you out of dummy half. He'll kick early. Back towards Anderson's wing, looking for the bounce. He gets the bounce, Anderson. Can he beat one? He does. Looking for the offload. Gets it away. That's Morton. Morton with the offload. Held up. Held up. CUCU claims the try. He tried to sell it, CUCU. He looked held up to me.
What an unbelievable passage of play.
And whilst all that's happened, the halftime siren's gone.
What a kick from CUCU. Gets the bounce. Anderson on the charge. Not only collects it, gets rid of it. Central then go within a whisker of scoring on the bell. But what about the defence from South? Third time today.
I'll tell you what, if you were... you would have bought CUCU's reaction to. He jumped up like he scored the winner in the grand final. He sold it for all it was worth. The referee thought otherwise. So after all that, we've got half-time. The scoreline here at St John's Oval reads Central Newcastle 4, South Newcastle 24. Central led 4-0 early on, had a few more opportunities, and then the tide turned and South have put on 4 unanswered tries. And an absolute masterclass from Ryan Glanville.
Yeah, very entertaining first half. Can still go either way, but South definitely with the advantage on the scoreboard, and yeah, all in front of Central to do in this second half.
All right, well, we might take a break, Josh. We might go get a meat pie or something, and we'll be back for the second half. Welcome back here to the second half at St John Oval. Scoreline reads Central Newcastle 4, South Newcastle 24. Dan McCamley here, joined by Josh Callanan. I can't even get your name right. How am I going to get the players' names right? A very entertaining first half. Central got out to an early 4-point lead. Then there was a bit of an arm wrestle, and then South just put the foot down. 4 tries in the space of about 10 minutes.
Yeah, massive period there for South. Ryan Glanville led. Excellent with his short kicking game. Lachlan Walmsley gets a double. Tom Cronin chips in as well, and all of a sudden you're 20 points up in a qualifying semi-final. So they certainly put themselves in the best possible position to meet with minor premiers Lakes at Carl Oval next weekend. But I wouldn't write Central off. They're an experienced side, and they've got it all to play for here in the next 40 minutes.
They've certainly got the home fans behind them, so half-time couldn't have come at a better time for them. Let's see if they can turn it around in this second half. South now looking to work it off their own line from the kick-off. They go to the right, through the hands. Come back towards centre field now. Looks like Cronin. He's got himself on the score sheet and earned his team a penalty.
So, and according to our official,
the stats man,
Paul Arundel, that's now 7-2, the penalty count against Central.
So much for home field advantage.
Of course, we mentioned that the winner will progress to play Lakes at Carl Oval next weekend, but the loser gets another bite. Be up against Curry at Curry after the Bulldogs knocked off Maitland at Maitland yesterday.
Yeah, 39-12 the scoreline. Curry very impressive yesterday.
It's 5 on the bounce for them now.
I'm not sure any team in this final series wants to play them at the moment. Fire to Toa to play the ball as they come the short side. Walmsley with the quick hands. That's Penn. He's brought down a metre out. Walmsley from dummy half. Offload. They come back. Manafatoa is tackled 2 metres short of the line. They come the open side. That's Freeman on the last. They shift the ball. Long spiral pass. Looked to be a double knock on there. It'll be a turnover, so Central survive.
Yeah, let off there for Central. South on a few occasions there looked like they made the breakthrough.
Penn went
boys
close.
Hang on.
Penn went very close down here in the near corner.
Great flick pass from the lock too, Tory Freeman.
Well, I'm not sure they knew it was the last. He did well to get it out the back, Freeman. Central now, it's been a long time since they've had any attacking ball as they put it through the hands now. A couple of offloads. Williams is tackled. They're into South territory. They come through the 8, Metcalf. Metcalf with an offload now. They shift the ball. It comes out to the captain, Cook. Cook now goes to the line. Cook scores. Just what the doctor ordered for the Butcher boys. And the captain has scored and he stayed down, I think, Cook.
Huge effort there from Ethan Cook. But just winding back, what about the phase play here from 30 or 40 metres out? The offload comes out, quick hands to the left. Matt Colner with a draw and pass, and all of a sudden it opened up that space on the left-hand side of the field. And Cook, once he got his opportunity, there was no one stopping him. He saw the line, and it was all his, and that's a vital 4-pointer for the home team.
Well, I'll tell you what, he might have had supporter on his outside, but he was never going to use it. He just put his head down, Cook, Saw Walmsley in front of him and thought, I'm going over the top of you. Plants it down, gets his team back in the game.
Yeah, they had to be next to score, Central, and they've come out and answered, I'm sure, what Coach Craig Miller was asking of them in the sheds. And that was to turn it up, and certainly done that in the early stages here, and now right back in this game.
Well, the thing is, Josh, they started the game so well too, so they've started the second half just like the first. They'll definitely need to go on with it. Gordon moves in, strikes it, hangs it up. It's unsuccessful, that conversion, so score remains 24 points to 8. South Newcastle over Central Newcastle.
So 16 points difference. Central has still got to get across the line at least another 3 times, pending conversions. So a lot of work to do, but they're in a much better position now.
Well, all of a sudden they've got South looking over their shoulders, so they can just hold on to the ball and complete this set, which he nearly drops it from the kickoff. That's Metcalf. It all started from Metcalf's offload. And Canofo now beats one, comes back centre field. That's a good tackle there by the 14. That was Brown around the legs. Good old school tackle. So you see now at a dummy half. They'll need more of that from him in this second half. That's Murphy now, up over the advantage line. Richardson now. That's Williams. Plenty of numbers there from South, so that's a good set after points. This will be the last. Come to CU. He puts it up. Difficult one into the sun. That's a great take. Van Dartle flying through the air, and he's put it down. Penalty. So that'll be 8-2 now. Penalty count.
Yeah, judged to be the strip there, not a loose carry. And South breathed a bit of a sigh of relief there. Great take from Van Dartle. Flew high over Cameron Anderson. After Terence CUC hung it in the breeze.
Straight up into that sun too. He did very well, the winger. South now, they go through fire to Toa. Plays the ball, that's a good shot in defence. 25 out from the line, still tackles up their sleeve as they come to the left. That's Mana for Toa. Glanville now, kicking masterclass in the first half. Fire to Toa. He'll be tackled 5 out from the line. Last tackle. Options both sides. A little kick in behind. It sits up. Still there. Does he get it down? I think he's going to give this. He is going to give it. That's a try. Tory Freeman. Well, he certainly didn't get a grab on it, Freeman, but he's managed to get downward pressure on it somehow.
Central players not happy behind the goal line. Difficult to ascertain exactly where the touches came from after the grubber went through, but the ball definitely hit the deck. It bobbled around. South have jumped on it and been awarded the 4 points.
A bit of a pinball machine back there. Nobody could get a clean grab at it. Freeman did enough to get the 4-pointer. And that might just knock the wind out of the sails of the Butcher boys. The long road back made even longer. And another kick from right underneath the black dot for Keelan.
He hasn't really moved from that range, has he? From this now his 5th attempt.
Their short kicking game has been outstanding today. I nearly said before that kick you'd be crazy not to go to Glanville. That wasn't Glanville. I'm pretty sure that was Walmsley that put that little kick in behind.
22 points the margin. 31 minutes left. A lot of work here to do for Central.
They've been ultra impressive today, South, so far.
Just really making the most of the opportunities they've had. Short kick-off from Carl Richardson.
Well taken. I think that might have been Keelan over there. Difficult one to deal with. Running backwards into the sun. Did well. Now South will put it through their hands. They've got some numbers here, South, if they want to use them. Jared Flanagan, the winger.
He's been out with a bit of a hamstring complaint, but into the squad again this week.
Fire to Toa now. They're trying to get numbers in the tackle on him. So they play the ball down. Come back through Glanville. He turns his man back underneath. That'll be the last. 35 out from the line. Comes to Keelan now. Goes high. Difficult one to deal with. End over end. Walmsley coming through. Yeah, he just clipped him. Good take there from Morton.
Brave take as well. The defenders crashing down on him. Just got clipped from Walmsley on the way through.
I think he tried his best, Walmsley, to pull out of that one, and he just clipped him.
May not have found touch here.
That doesn't find touch.
Super effort out on that far wing from South to keep that ball in play, and now they're 20 metres out on the attack.
Central repay the favour from earlier on today. South failing to find touch early on. Central capitalise that time. Can South do the same? Back towards the uprights. Standing in the tackle as well. There'll be a quick play the ball. To come the open side through Glanville. Short ball. Manafatoa. He's 5 out. They come back towards the post. Good contact there from the skipper, Cook. Came firing out of the line, Cook. Freeman plays it. Little kick in behind again. Oh, they've gone awfully close to scoring again from that kick. Great little kick from Keelan. It just wouldn't sit down for the chaser. Anderson will bring it back out for a 7-tackle set. He runs into the teeth of the South defence.
Ethan Cook, very aggressive there in defence. He's trying to fire his team up and keep him in the game.
Ganofo in off the other wing. That's a good strong run. It's Colliner up over the 40. Comes to Metcalf. Nice offload again from Metcalf. That's Gray now. 40 metres out from South's line. Oh, solid contact. Mitch Williams bouncing off one. Quick play the ball from Williams. CSU into dummy half. He gets out of dummy half. He's wrapped up though. Good defence there from South. They're alive to the danger. Last tackle. Comes to Richardson. He puts it up high. It's probably just a bit too far. Well taken. And we're going to have a quick restart here. Central not really back.
Just noticing too, Dan, it doesn't seem like Brad Murray's come back out onto the field after half time. I expected him to take that kick across field then after Terence CC was tackled from dummy half, but it was Cal Richardson with the duties, and yeah, it looks like he's off the field.
Is that him over there on the bench with the jacket on and ice on the hamstring? I think it might be.
Another penalty there for South, and yeah, I think you're right. Nursing that hemi.
As they find touch this time, Souths. 25 out from the line, full set at their disposal. And I know there's still a long time to go here, Josh, but another try here might be all she wrote.
Yeah, well, that... What is it now? That 22-point margin. There's 26 minutes left, and if they blew it out beyond a point a minute, it'd be hard to come back from.
They're only 5 metres out here, Souths. Pouring on the pressure. Walmsley now. He'll take a go himself, Walmsley. He's tackled 5 out from the line. They shut the gate on him pretty quick there as they come the open side. Keelan turns him back underneath. That's the centre, Cronin. A little bit of a juggle there. Does well to hang on to it. Glanville turns fire to Toa back inside. This will be the last. They come to Glanville. Beats one, beats the other. Great take. Great take from Morton. Gets his team out of trouble.
I thought South had numbers right there on the open side, but come the short. Well read from Central. Ryan Glanville still gets the kick in, but well taken in the end by Central.
Relieving penalty. Central have been begging for one of those. They'll have to find touch though. See, kicks for touch. It's held up in the breeze as well. Oh, wow.
Only just.
I'll tell you what, if the coach has any hair left, he'd be pulling it out at the moment.
There's just a little bit on that southerly. Not howling, but certainly enough to hold those kicks up in the breeze, that's for sure.
Central now with a mountain to climb. Just under 25 minutes to go. Scoreline reads 30 points to 8. South Newcastle over Central Newcastle. The Butcher boys need to be next to score. They come to CUCU now. He steps off his left. Ducks under one. He's wrapped up. 25 out from South's line. Come the open side. Nice ball from Richardson. Good hands. That's Gordon. Gordon goes over. No, that's Murphy. Gordon got the offload away and Murphy's in.
Yeah, great play from Central down the short side there. Kept the ball alive on the left. And yeah, Steve Gordon, the experienced campaigner in his second season here at Central. Lovely flick pass to Don Murphy on the inside. Does the rest? Maybe. Just maybe. Central still in this fight.
That makes it 30 points to 12. They're down by 18, 23 minutes and 45 seconds to go. They're still in this one. They've got points in them, Central. They'll have to get a wriggle on, though. I've got a chance. A big thank you to Bar TV for streaming this game live. Make sure if you're watching on Facebook to let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you're cheering for. Make sure you give Josh plenty of compliments. He likes that sort of stuff.
I'll never say no to a compliment.
Kick unsuccessful, so the goal kicking really letting them down. That's 6 points off the board so far.
Yeah, so 18 points the margin. Going to score 3 times and convert now. Like you said, 6 points still out there. That'd be 2 converted tries the difference, but you know, that's all theory now. 18 points is the margin. So has to restart.
Awkward looking kickoff. Sits up nicely though, and Ikonofa will bring it back. He'll be tackled on his own 20. Central now look to work it away from their own line. That's the fullback Morton. Good solid contact in defence. It's Jake Davis getting his first touch. Good meters here. There's the try scorer Murphy. He tackled on the last, 30 out from the line. They come down the short side through Richardson. Richardson's short ball and it's been spilt. Walmsley picks it up. He slammed down to the ground. Gray might have just poked his nose through that hole there.
Yeah, just couldn't quite hold on to it.
Slow play the ball there from Penn. Good numbers in the tackle. It's Flanagan and he'll earn his team a penalty. Davis hasn't been out there long. He's already causing mischief.
Come on, Cal, get him going, son.
Slipped up a little high there. A relieving penalty.
Yeah, a bit of feeling there.
Repeated infringements, mate. High tackles.
So
that's
Central
the problem, okay? The last
played
few
in
penalties
this
had a lot of
corresponding
dangerous and
fixture
high
12 months
contact
ago.
and penalties in general, okay?
Peacock
Just
Field
talk
got
about
beat.
Yeah.
Macquarie.
I understand that, but
Macquarie
I understand that. Yeah.
In the preliminary
Just wait there,
final, but got beaten. And South, they're actually in the elimination semi-final, and Lakes got the better of them. So South certainly on the verge of going not one but two steps further than where they were at this point last season.
So fine touch. Right on halfway. 21 minutes to go in this one. They lead 30 points to 12. The crossbar is right in the way of the scoreboard,
It's
guys.
right in the line of sight.
They couldn't have put it in a worse spot if they tried. King's back on for his second stint.
Maybe we've just got to be shorter.
Or taller.
Either way, it's only an inch either side.
Keelan out the back to Walmsley. They've got some numbers here, South. Cronin's met a good tackle. They snuff that one out, Central. Walmsley in at acting half. Come the open side. It's fire to Toa. He's only 5 metres out here. South on the attack. Keelan, short ball. Lawrence will be brought down short as well as they come back the open side through Glanville. Field goal. Sprayed it to the left. Well, interesting decision there from Glanville.
Well, 18 points to margin. Why not? Extend it to 19. They've got to score 4 times then. Puts just that little bit of extra added pressure onto Central.
Well, it makes it look like the wrong decision when he misses.
He slid it, just to the left. Some unwanted attention there for Lachlan Walmsley off the ball. Steve Gordon collected in there in back play, but no penalty given except there. Now there is one for Central. Great run from Terrence CUC, up over halfway.
Well, they've learned their lesson, Central. They've tried to kick for touch from the middle of the field twice, and one didn't make it, and the second nearly didn't. So CUC tucked it under the arm and made a good 25-30 metres. Gray will play the ball now. Richardson. Padberg. He's been excellent, Padberg. Beats one. He's brought down. 30 out. Centre field. Murphy back to Padberg. Richardson now. Up to the 20. Bit of communication breakdown there as Murphy gets into dummy half. CUC now. Comes to the left. That's Cook. The captain. He's tackled 10 out. Last tackle. Comes to CUCU. He puts it back into the corner towards Anderson. It's a good take. And a penalty to Souths. Inside the 10, I think.
It looked like Anderson was comfortably offside there too.
Central just starting to get a little bit of momentum going. Been down this end a little bit for the last 5 or so minutes. So they take the tap. They bring it back up to the 20. Keelan just catching Central napping there.
Super play. Look at that. 2 tackles up onto the 40 almost.
Gray is riding him like a mechanical bull.
Just needed the cowboy hat.
The Central boys are certainly putting a bit of feeling into this offence. Flanagan nearly splits them. He tackled 40 out. They're into Central territory here, South. Freeman now. Nice offload. Back to King. Walmsley will pick it up. To offload to King. King's through. King now with support. Good cover defence from Central. Last tackle. Try here will probably wrap it up. Glanville now. They just can't hold on to it. South let them off the hook.
Regardless, South have gone coast to coast there. What an outstanding set of 6 from the Lions after taking the short tap in the opposite corner. Great work from the visitors. And what about that little pop pass from Lachlan Walmsley? That's champagne-like into the hole for big Cameron King.
I'm not even sure King knew what was happening. It just sort of fell into his lap and he saw open spaces.
That kid has excellent vision.
He's been outstanding, the fullback. 2 tries today. That's Davis now. It's gone backwards. It'll be play on. It hit the deck. Morton picks it up, goes to Anderson. He'll come back in field. They got away with one there, Central. 16 minutes to go in this game. Scoreline reads 30 points to 12. South over Central in this Newcastle Rugby League qualifying final. The winner will travel down to Lakes next weekend to take on the minor premiers, and the loser will have the arduous task of going to the graveyard up to Curry, and the old boys shed will be absolutely packed.
Get your tickets now.
Standing room only. We've still got just over 15 to go in this one as CUC gets out of dummy half. Davis will be wrapped up. 20 out from the line. They come the open side. Nice short ball to Cook. Cook with the short ball. Gordon just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, not for the first time today, not necessarily Steve, but just with those short balls into a gap for Central, just not quite able to hold on to it.
They're good when they come off those short balls. They put the receiver under a fair bit of pressure.
Yeah, certainly at the defensive line there, but effective when they come off. But just haven't quite been able to land at the Butcher Boys today.
Promising signs though. They haven't thrown in the towel, the Butcher Boys. They're still coming. Plenty of positives so far.
The big question mark for Central, regardless of whether they can get back in this game, but their halfback Brad Murray, who's on the bench with ice on the hamstring.
Yeah, the health of Brad Murray will be a big talking point after this one. It's Walmsley now out of dummy half. That's a nice ball out to the winger. It's Flanagan. Good defence from Central. Not really sure who had the ball there, but Flanagan comes up with it. Central were appealing that Walmsley might have had it, and he was definitely in touch. That one stung a bit. More solid contact. Davis is definitely making an impact off the bench for Central. Hitting hard in defence. They come the open side through Keelan. That's Lawrence now. Another offload. That's Cronin. Cronin beats him, splits him. Cronin through. Good tackle by Morton. He falls off. They're still coming, the Central Newcastle boys. Great run there from Cronin. And a penalty. And at 30 points to 12, with 13 minutes to go.
I'd be tempted to take the 2.
Yeah, you'd be taking the 2 points every day of the week.
Suck up a couple of minutes. Extend that margin. And put one foot into that major semi-final.
While we've got a chance, Josh, I'll get your tips for the NRL finals next week, mate. South Melbourne.
Melbourne, but
Ooh.
with no confidence.
Ooh. I'm a Mad Bunnies fan, so I'll take South. What about the Roosters Sharks?
Roosters. But again,
I think the Sharks are
tight.
a real big dark horse in this competition this year. We don't know the other games yet, but I'm not sure anybody can win it from outside the top 4, to be honest.
No, very tough ask. It'll be interesting to see what results come through this afternoon with Brisbane and whether they get a home semi or whether they're going to be travelling. But yeah, between Penrith, Brisbane, the Warriors, and who am I missing?
St George.
St George, who knocked off the Knights yesterday, as South add the extras there, the penalty goal for a 20-point lead. Yeah, it'd be a tough ask to make the run in there, regardless of the result from Penrith the other night, which was outstanding against Melbourne, denied them that minor premiership. It'd be a very tough ask to come from that bottom half of the field.
Well, I can't see the Warriors winning 3 games in Australia, and I can't see Brisbane winning 3 games away from home. And the other 2 teams aren't in any sort of form, so...
It's been a good competition too. It's almost as close as the Newcastle or the real NRL. Not quite, but very tight running into that final round. A lot of things up for grabs, including the minor premiership and, of course, those home semi-finals. Even the wooden spoon.
Poor old Parramatta. Top 4 hopefuls to start the year.
Couldn't take a trick, could they?
South now back on the attack. They go through Lawrence. He's popped a couple of handy offloads today, Lawrence, when he's got his hands on the ball. And another penalty. Might get a penalty count when we can from our stats, man. They'd have to be up around 12-3, 12-4 at the moment, I think.
Be very close.
$13-5, I was close.
Paul's onto it.
Statman Paul has been outstanding this weekend.
Don't argue with the Apple Mac.
He's on referee volume control as well, and cameraman. He's on fire, Paul. Wouldn't have been surprised to see them take another shot there, chew up a few more minutes, but they've kicked it into touch. Might be looking to put the final nail in the coffin here, Souths.
Yeah, maybe run through a few plays.
32 points to 12 in front at the moment. Souths over Central. Short ball to King. King's met by 4. They can't put him down though. Nice little dummy. Morris goes over. Joey Morris with the show and go and dives over. Another try to Souths. That makes the scoreline 36 points to 12. Souths over Central. And I'm starting to hear the fat lady sing, Josh.
She's certainly warming up the vocal cords, that's for sure. And great work from Joey Morris. Little dart out of dummy half. Been playing that configuration as much as they can this year, South, with Joey starting the game and then replaced for that middle period by Connor Brown and then coming back on to finish the game. And that's a great example of why, fresh legs there, good execution, and your quintessential hooker's try there just from short range. And
just caught them napping in behind the ruck. And another kick from right in front. Couldn't have wished for a better day, Keelan.
No, Keelan would book this in any day of the year.
He's had, 7 kicks now from the same blade of grass?
Yeah, 6 conversions and 1 penalty.
Tell you what, he strikes the ball beautifully as well, Keelan.
Yeah, he certainly does.
9 minutes to go here. South's, one would say, a dominant performance so far. Who's been your best on ground?
Yeah, good question, Dan. I think from a forward perspective, I think Tory Freeman has been excellent for South, but it'd be hard to go past that man with the ball who just delivered, Lachlan Walmsley, the fullback, and certainly Ryan Glanville as well, orchestrating from the 5'8 position. They'd probably be my 3.
Yeah, I'd give it to Walmsley for the backs. He's had a real impact both first and second half. Glanville was outstanding first half, a bit quiet second half. Walmsley's been outstanding. And this man as well, King. He's taken 3 or 4 to put down every time. So they come back centre field now. That's the 15. That's Hetherington. That might be his first touch. Come to the right through Keelan. Little kick over the top. Anderson reads it well. Can he get into the field of play? Doesn't look like it. Great kick.
I mean, at the start of this final series, as we've seen, a little bit of push and shove here. Doesn't look too much in it. But as we've seen in the competition all the way through the year and heading into this final series, this is anyone's premiership to win. And South have certainly showed another example of that today. And the Lions broke, I think it was a 26 year premiership drought in 2016 under the guidance of then captain coach Todd Harrell, and just casting an eye over this squad out here today, I reckon there'd be 3 players remaining. Jared Flanagan on the wing, Jake Lawrence in the second row, and Luke Higgins in the front row. But it's very much a young squad and a new look Southside, even from those short seasons ago when they did lift that premiership trophy. So, and with this performance today, they've put themselves 1 win away from being there again on grand final day.
Yeah, that's a big turnover in such a short space of time, and then to be 1 win away from the big dance again, it's a big effort from the club.
Yeah, Ben Cross, his second year at the helm, the former NRL and representative prop. He signed on again for 2019. Done a great job with the New South Wales women as well on that historic State of Origin game at North Sydney Oval earlier this year on a Friday night. But Central, they're going to have plenty of questions to answer this week at training.
We spoke about it before the game though, Josh. You're right, they'll have plenty of questions to answer, but they get that opportunity. Maitland don't get that opportunity after yesterday, so they'll look to lick their wounds and regroup, the Butcher boys, and they'll go again next week up at Curry.
Yeah, just incredible to think with Maitland and the way the competition has unfolded that, you know, a week ago they were within 1 win of the minor premiership, and after losing that last round fixture against Curry, lose against the same opponents in an elimination semi-final at home, and it's all over. And it also means the careers of Luke Dawn and Dane Tills as that ball goes out on the full from Cal Richardson. But yeah, Luke Dawn and Dane Tills both finish up from the Pickers, the former NRL and Super League players. Luke Dawn will stay on at Maitland as coach, but won't be lacing up the boots again.
I'll tell you what, I've seen him play a couple of times this year, and he's still playing at a high level. He could easily go around again, in my opinion. But
same with Dane Tills.
That's his choice. He's chosen to hang him up, and nobody can deny him that.
Oh, nasty knock there from Luke Higgins. I'm sure South will be hoping that's just a cork. But clutching at that right leg.
King got the old bumper bar up there and just ran straight over the top. It's Higgins limping towards the sideline.
His brother Liam was at South with Luke when they did win that competition 2 years ago, playing hooker. It was a great day for the family. Their old man had also won a premiership in Newcastle Rugby League, and so had their grandfather. So it runs in the bloodlines. Yeah. And Liam now up north. Can't remember quite who with, but playing in the Queensland Cup this season.
They don't look done here, South, either. Going through the hands. They go down the short side this time. It's Lawrence. He wrapped up 20 out from the line. I wouldn't put it past them to get over the stripe again here, Souths. They come out to Glanville. Puts a little kick in behind again for Wormsley. Wormsley chasing through. Oh, the bouncers eluded all of them. And he gets there for the hat-trick. Hat-trick hero Wormsley. Been absolutely outstanding. And that rugby league ball has eluded everybody except for the fullback again.
And again, it was Glanville and Wormsley, that combination combining once more the 6 and the 1. Again, great awareness from Ryan Glanville to put that short kick in. It hangs in the air over the central defence. Tough bounce, as you said, Dan, but who's there waiting? It's Lachlan Wormsley. Again, great awareness and rugby league mind there to be in the right spot at the right time, and then patiently just waits for the ball to drop, doesn't try and clutch at it, and puts it down at the same time the ball hits the deck. And great rugby league there from South Newcastle, and yeah, putting that final nail in the coffin.
Just over 3 minutes to go. The scoreline reads 42 South, 12 Central. And what's been a dominating performance. Hat-trick to the fullback, Walmsley. This will be Keelan's toughest kick of the day.
Yeah, he's had to move it a little bit wider. Everything else has been in and around the sticks.
It'd be filthy if this ruins his perfect record.
7 from 7 for the 7 so far.
As he moves in, strikes it. The flags are up. That's 8 from 8 for the halfback. With that conversion, the scoreline reads Central Newcastle 12, South Newcastle 44. Just over 2 minutes to go in this one.
Yeah, certainly wouldn't have predicted a 32-point margin at the start of the day.
A couple of unpredictable results this weekend. As you said, Josh, it just goes to show how open this competition is. You wouldn't be surprised to see Central come out next weekend and put up a performance.
Oh, every chance. Every chance. They've got too much quality in this side to not be capable of turning this result around next week.
Whilst all this is happening, Lakes have had the weekend off. They've had a chance to put their feet up, get those niggling injuries right. There'll be a big crowd out there next Saturday.
Good question. I have to check with Matt Harris what day they'll run each game. It could even be the other way if it goes the same as last week. The elimination on the Saturday with the minor semi-final and the major on the Sunday. But check your schedules during the week. The programs from Newcastle Rugby League. But yeah, Lakes are very similar side to South in that they've got that young,
great hit,
youthful exuberance, and a lot of the Knights guys from the 20s and the reserve grade who bounce back and forth between those competitions back into the Newcastle League. Player down here for South.
We had Colliner fly out of the line on the play before and put an absolute bell ringer on. Looks like it might be Van Dartel that's down.
Yeah, with only 30 odd seconds left on the clock.
I said before I wouldn't put it past them to score again. They might rack up 50 here, South.
They've got a chance if they get this play the ball. And Tartle slowly to his feet.
Tell you what, I wouldn't be taking any more chances. I'd be taking the 2 here. Putting the queue in the rack and moving on to next week.
I think they've heard your advice there, Dan.
Good coaching, Dan. Well done.
Jason Keelan going for his 9th 2-pointer of the day.
So we've got the countdown from one eager onlooker. See if they blow the horn right when he kicks. Flags are up. That's the cherry on top for South as they run out 46 points to 12 winners over Central on Central's home patch too. That's a tough one to take for the Butcher Boys. South move on to play Lakes next week and the Butcher Boys travel up to Curry to take on the Bulldogs, who are, well, probably the form team of the competition at the moment.
Yeah, couldn't argue with that. And a very entertaining game of rugby league here today at St John Oval. And South Newcastle just too good in the end. The Ryan Glanville, Lachlan Walmsley combination just proving too much, setting up 3-4 of the tries at least. And yeah, I think Walmsley would get my pick as well. I'd agree with you, Dan. He was excellent today. A hat-trick of tries everywhere in defence, and just has that knack of being able to trail on the inside and be in the right place at the right time for any kind of offload. So South Newcastle too good today, and Central need to bounce back next weekend to keep their premiership hopes alive.
And as you said, Josh, all the attention will be on Murray, whether or not he'll be able to shake off that what looks to be a hamstring injury, take the field next week.
Yeah, definitely that'll be the big ask for the Butcher boys, whether their halfback will be back on the field. You'd like to think so, but it didn't take it didn't come back onto the field, in that second half for Central. So happy Father's Day again to all the fathers out there, and we'll see you next week, I'm sure, on Bar TV Sports.
This is Dan and Josh signing off from St John Oval.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, I'll let Gareth know how I'm going. I'm going for surgery. I might be on endo or something. That's good. Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
Cheers, mate. Thanks very much. Good luck. All right. I'll see you when I see you.
No worries, Dan. All the best for the surgery.
Yeah, cheers.